a group of editors at literary magazines across the United States was telling me it was time to give up as a writer. Like, I wasn't cut out for it. And I stopped.
Sometimes, closing a door is required for another door to open. That's one of the
Yes.
hardest things to do, is to walk away.
Yeah. And I think rightly so, our parents, our coaches, our mentors train us not to give up.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of us take pride in that. I'm never going to give up. I'm going to do this come hell or high water. And sometimes there's that reality, especially when you're now in your mid 20s, where you have that moment of like, am I really going to be this? Like, am I ever going to sort of find the light here? And maybe, and it's so hard to have this moment. Maybe this isn't my calling in life, especially when you don't know what the next calling is going to be.
God, it's so painful. It's because you've invested so much of yourself, of who you are, of the dreams you've had, of this just whole conception of yourself. And you're watching yourself slide down in terms of becoming isolated, suffering more and more. And then you just have to somehow figure out how to get out of that. And it is true. In that situation, the way to get out is the dumpster. Is
Yeah.
to cut it off. Is there advice you can extract from that? There's a lot of young folks who are in that same situation.
Yeah, this is one of those hindsight things where, having gone through it and ended up okay on the other side, which you don't know at the time. When you're a young person in your late teens or early 20s, there's so much pressure on you. And I really think adults don't help. Every time you run into the younger nephew or whoever and you start to say things like, "Oh, what's your major? What are you going to do with that? What do
Yeah,
you want to be?" It's such bullshit to do to a human being,
yeah.
you know?
You're so lost in the world. I mean, most of us are lost our entire lives, but especially in your 20s, you're lost. So questions like, yeah, what are you doing? What's your major? What's the career? And so on. That's not the point, man. I'm trying to find I'm trying to move through the world. I'm trying to run through the world to find the thing that sparks my heart, to find the passion, to find what I'm meant to be on this earth for. And that is a real hero's journey of searching as a young person. That's a real, all the adults with their wisdom, they've stopped searching often. They've done the lazy, the comfortable thing. They found their thing, and so now they look back. They don't remember how much suffering and how much uncertainty that young people have to deal with.
There's confusion, there's pressure, like the pressure we exert on younger people for having it figured out it's insane. So the advice that I always give, and it sounds so stupid, like this sounds really trite, but um, focus on what you want to do, not what you want to be. The pressure that society kind of puts on us is, oh, do you want to be an astronaut? Do you want to be a firefighter? Do you want to be a writer? Do you want to be a game maker? And I think we get lost in the trappings of like a vision of what that role is
Hmm.
and how to perform as a fake actor in that role versus when you're off the clock and no one's asking you any questions.
Hmm.
You're not at Thanksgiving dinner and your uncle's pressuring you into, what your future is going to be for the rest of your life. When you go home, how do you spend your time? Like, what makes you happy? What brings you fulfillment? And through those paths, you're going to find out what you're going to become, not what you want to be.
Hmm.
It's what do you want to do?